Dear almighty God, this is the hardest topic I had to research in all these years I recommended romance anime. Because every anime from old ones like Toradora and Spice and Wolf to new ones like Love Through a Prism somehow managed to shove in a new character and make a perfect linear line a triangle. So for all of you out there who screamed, "No, I don't want that," like my boy Aaron, here are 10 romance anime without love triangles. Let's go.
さ、前に会ったことを覚えてるよね。あの時、何を見てたんだ？
エラー、よく聞き取れませんでした。もう一度言い直してください。
So you flunk your exams and your prize is a job retrieving asteroids who are about to die? Meet Tsukasa, the new guy at Terminal Service who is partnered with Isla, a veteran Giftia android. Their mission is to collect lifelike robots before their 9th year lifespan expires and their memories are wiped. Of course, Tsukasa has to go and catch feelings for his sweet android partner who is equally heading for her doom.
いや、そもそも俺別にトイレ行きたくないし。
私はダメかも。
This is a workplace romance with a literal expiration date, and this show digs its heels into the heavy and sad stuff. Less about the sci-fi and more about the gut-wrenching question, if you knew your time with someone was brutally short, would you still choose to love them? Each retrieval case is like a mini tragedy, exploring how humans attach to something that feels so real, yet is on borrowed time. It's like someone deciding to turn Nier Automata into an anime. Wait, they already have, but this anime is way more sad.
滝くんがいる。滝くん。
お前に会いに来たんだ。
Ever dreamed of swapping lives with someone? For Mitsuha, a small-town girl, and Taki, a busy Tokyo student, that dream becomes a JoJo's Bizarre Adventures level of reality. They start randomly waking up in each other's bodies and have to navigate each other's school, friends, and daily chaos. As they leave notes and rules to manage the situation, they start to understand each other's lives and what caused this swap.
私、覚えてない。
誰？お前。
Look, the story is pretty simple, but who cares when it's this beautifully told? And when it has no love triangles to ruin it, it's like watching the most beautifully animated movie in existence for 2 hours straight. Makoto Shinkai's signature visual style is in full force here, because every frame is like a breathtaking wallpaper. Sure, you might question a character's impulsive decision to climb a mountain, but the film's emotional core isn't about logic. It's about that raw, youthful feeling of connection against all odds. Yeah, that's deep.
迎えに来たよ。
Next up's an anime about making a dictionary. Yeah, I know, sounds boring, but hang on. It's actually pretty fun. Mitsuya Majime is a super shy sales clerk who loves words more than anything. When veteran editor Kohei Araki needs someone to finish his big project, a dictionary called The Great Passage, he notices Majime's passion and brings him on board. Suddenly, Majime is part of a tiny team and has to survive the long, slow process of building a dictionary while figuring out where he fits in.
海を渡る術を持たない僕たちはそこでただ佇む誰かに届けたい思いを言葉を
You wouldn't think putting words in order could be exciting, but this show proves it can be. The Great Passage turns a boring job into a story about caring, patience, and connection with people. This is a romance anime where the romance takes a back seat in some episodes, but don't worry, the love is definitely there. And once again, no love triangles. The pace is slow, but you end up really caring about the characters and their work. Hidden gem alert, no explosions, just feelings.
激突！隣の晩ご飯！あれ？まだ早かったですか？
Time for some music. Shinichi Chaki is a super smart, super serious music student who's terrified of flying, which basically traps him in Japan. His perfectly organized life goes totally off the rails when he meets Megumi no Dame no Da, a wild, messy, and insanely talented piano player. Shinichi can't believe how good she is. But he's also kind of freaking out because she moves in next door and suddenly won't stop showing him just how loud and chaotic her world is.
結婚っていいもんですね。
誰が結婚した？
This show takes the usual opposites attract idea and somehow makes it feel brand new. College life adds a bigger, more grown-up feel to the story than your average high school romance, and this time the stakes are about dreams and worries. What makes it awesome, though, is how the music drives everything. This has more than one season, and throughout the series, it builds the main couple without plugging in love triangles, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is truly great writing.
同じ高校って偶然ですね。俺1年なんですけど、まだ慣れてなくて、この辺のことをよく知らないんで、いろいろ教えてください。
Kazunari Usa thought high school would be normal, but that dream gets smashed the second he moves into the Kawaii complex. His roommates are a total mess. A guy who likes weird stuff, a woman who hates men, and a college student who plays with guys' feelings. Just when he's about to run away, he spots Ritsu Kawai, a quiet book-loving senior. Suddenly, all the chaos seems kind of worth it if he can get closer to her.
ちょっと照れてる？理由はなんだけど、ちょっと嬉しいかも。一歩前進って感じだ。
The show does a great job showing how a crush actually grows. Kazunari and Ritsu fumble through awkward talks and sneaky glances, and you can really see them start to care. Meanwhile, the wild roommates make everything funnier, and you'll probably pick a favorite weirdo. It also focuses a lot on the romance of Kazunari and Ritsu instead of trying to make other roommates their love interests, so that's really, really, really nice.
綺麗な人。
お前が新しい婚約者か。
はい。
いいか。ここでは私の言うことには絶対に従う。
Mio Saimori's life sucks big time. Her family treats her like she's nothing after her mom dies. Her stepsister's the good old Disney evil stepsister, and her only way out is marrying Kyoka Kudo, a guy everyone says is mean and scary. She's bracing for the worst, but instead of cruelty, Kyoka actually treats her nicely, like she matters. Suddenly, marriage doesn't seem like a trap. It feels like a chance to finally breathe and maybe even be happy. And you can see where the anime name comes from.
お前に出て行かれては困る。もう少ししたら正式に婚約しようと思っているのだから。
Now, I know the first episode features this maybe love interest sort of guy, but he gets kicked out pretty soon in the first episode itself, so from there onwards, it's Mio and Kyoko. Kyoko's not just a decent guy. He's steady, patient, and actually listens to her. The cool part isn't magic or fancy stuff. It's seeing Mio slowly start trusting herself and standing up after being pushed down for so long. Her awful family makes her growth hit harder, and every small act of care from Kyoka stacks up to something bigger.
恋愛はゲームの中だけで十分ですな。何？
タイプじゃねえわ。
Ever tried sneaking your anime stuff past someone on a first date? Narumi Momose totally gets it. On her first day at a new office, she swears no one can know she's a hardcore otaku until she bumps into Hirotaka Nifuji, her old middle school friend who immediately spills the beans. After swapping stories about her last breakup, Hirotaka suggests a solution. Why not date another otaku? Now they kick off a super awkward but hilarious office romance between two people who'd rather hunt monsters in a gacha game than go on a normal dinner date.
とりあえず生で。
彼氏さんは何にします？
いや、俺は彼氏ではない。
This show really celebrates having weird hobbies. Narume and Hirotaka click not through the usual love story, but through dumb fun stuff like arguing over manga or grinding in MMOs. It's fun to watch adults figure out love when the biggest problem is just being themselves. The other office nerds crank up the laughs with their own quirks, making every scene pop. Ending might feel like it's teasing a second season, but it's been several years and World War III seems to have more probability than this getting a second season.
雪村くん、やっぱりダメよ、こんなこと。
実験の途中だ。逃げるな、氷室。
雪村くん。
Ever tried to use a scientific method to figure out if you're in love? That's the entire premise of this anime. At least, if you couldn't figure it out by the title. When the brilliant and beautiful Ayame Himuro confesses to her equally logical colleague Shinya Yukimura, they decide the only rational response is to conduct experiments. Can heart rates, brain chemistry, and statistical analysis measure their love? Sure, your biology teacher may say you can't, but these two prove otherwise.
何の仮説だ。説明しろ。
This show is like if Kaguya-sama Love is Worse skipped the mind games and went straight to the lab report. The confession happens in episode 1, and the fun is watching these adorable scientists try to logic their way through dates and jealousy. And no, just because I said jealousy doesn't mean this is gonna have another love triangle. Also, the supporting cast, including a 2D obsessed otaku and his teasing childhood friend, are some of my favorite anime characters out there.
篠宮が好きなものか。
はい。
何その表情。なんかちょっと恥ずかしいような、照れてるような。
Time for the Game of Thrones of romance anime. At the fancy Shuchin Academy, Student Council President Miyuki Shirogane and Vice President Kaguya Shinomiya seem like the ultimate duo, except they're not actually together. Both are totally into each other, but their huge egos turn every chance at romance into a battle of who's gonna confess first. Whoever confesses first loses, so they invent crazy tricks to get the other to admit their crush.
会長、石上くん来てますか？
The show is a genius way of turning a simple idea into non-stop laughs, and I absolutely love it. And the author even keeps the trope fresh in each episode. It doesn't even add any love triangles. That's some straight-up A-class writing. The ridiculous mind games, narrated like every move is life or death, are pure comedy, and what makes it stick is seeing their tough, proud faces slowly crack, showing that they care about each other in ways they can't hide.
みんな、あんたのこと暗いって言ってた。
そ
だから話しかけたのに。なんだ。全然暗くないじゃない。
We're ending with perfection. Hori Kuyoku seems like she has it all. Popular, smart, and always on top of things. Miyamura Izumi is the total opposite. Quiet, kind of plain, and keeps to himself. But when they accidentally meet outside school, their hidden sides come out. Hori is stuck doing chores all the time at home, and Miyamura has tattoos and piercings he hides under his uniform. Seeing how they both hide secrets, they become best friends, but soon their friendship turns to love.
宮村、ちょっと入れ墨見せてくんない？
いいよ。
Now this is how you do a proper romance anime. Instead of romance buildup, we've got the two becoming an actual couple. Instead of love triangle problems, we get relationship problems. And more than anything, this show nails that weird, awkward high school life where nobody fits a perfect mold. Hori and Miyamura's bond grows because they actually trust each other, not just because they're cute together. This is one of the best romance anime of all time for a reason. So don't forget to watch this masterpiece if you're tired of the same boring love triangles.